There are criminals who hide in the real world, and then there are the ones who live in the digital shadows. Hackers who don't need weapons, vehicles, or physical presence to cause chaos. They can empty bank accounts, shut down airports, steal state secrets, or take control of entire networks from thousands of miles away. By the time authorities realize what happened, the attackers are already gone, leaving nothing but digital fingerprints and questions behind. In 2025, cybercrime is more advanced, more profitable, and more global than ever. The internet has become a battlefield, and some of the most dangerous people on the planet don't appear on camera, don't attend meetings, and don't leave their rooms for days. They use keyboards as weapons and code as ammunition. Today, we're looking at the top 5 most wanted hackers in the world -2025 update. These individuals are wanted by the FBI, Interpol, Europol, and cybersecurity agencies worldwide. Some of them are responsible for massive financial losses. Others are tied to espionage, cyber warfare, and attacks on critical infrastructure. Their names appear on international wanted lists, but catching them is a different story. Let's start with number 5. 5. Evgeny Bogachev, the king of banking Trojans. Even though he keeps a low profile, Evgeny Bogachev remains one of the most wanted cybercriminals in 2025, known by aliases like Slavic. Bogachev is the mastermind behind the Game Over Zeus botnet, one of the most successful and destructive banking Trojans ever created. This wasn't simple malware. Game Over Zeus infected millions of computers worldwide and was used to steal banking credentials, drain business accounts, and intercept financial transactions. Analysts estimate the botnet helped steal hundreds of millions of dollars, much of which has never been recovered. What made Bogachev different wasn't just his technical skill. It was how he structured his criminal empire. Game Over Zeus didn't operate like a normal virus. It used peer-to-peer communication, making it extremely difficult to shut down. Even if one server went offline, the botnet kept operating through thousands of infected devices. Law enforcement agencies from several countries worked together to take down the botnet, and while they succeeded in disrupting it, Bogachev disappeared before he could be arrested. Authorities believe he now lives in Russia under protection, making him almost impossible to reach. Reports say he enjoys a luxurious lifestyle, collects rare cats, and quietly manages hidden digital assets. With a $3 million bounty, the highest reward ever offered for a cybercriminal, but Bogachev remains a key target for U.S. law enforcement. 4. Park Jin-hyuk, the global cyber heist architect. Park Jin-hyuk is one of the most notorious hackers linked to North Korea. He's believed to be part of the Lazarus Group, a state-sponsored organization responsible for some of the world's biggest cyber attacks. Unlike most cybercriminals who chase money, Park's activities are tied to strategic national goals. Park is connected to 3 major events that changed global cybersecurity forever. The Sony Pictures hacked this attack, leaked emails, destroyed data, and caused millions in damages. It was a response to a movie that North Korea saw as offensive, the WannaCry ransomware attack. This malware infected over 200,000 computers in more than 150 countries. Hospitals, banks, and transportation systems were hit. Although ransom payments were small compared to other campaigns, the global impact was massive. The Bangladesh bank heist. Park was part of the operation that almost stole $1 billion from the Bangladesh Central Bank. Even though only $81 million was successfully stolen, the attack exposed weaknesses in the global financial system. What makes Park so dangerous in 2025 is his ability to operate across multiple domains. He works on espionage, financial theft, cryptocurrency operations, and disruptive attacks. With the backing of a state, he receives protection, funding, and resources that typical cybercriminals don't have. The FBI issued an arrest warrant, but like many state-backed hackers, Park moves within networks that make him nearly untouchable. 3. Maxim Yakubets, the modern cybercrime don. If cybercrime had a mafia, Maxim Yakubets would be at the top. Nicknamed Aqua, Yakubets is the alleged leader of Evil Corp, one of the largest and most successful cybercrime organizations in history. Evil Corp developed the Dritix malware, which infected systems around the world and stole banking credentials, payroll information, and financial data. Dridix attacks caused hundreds of millions of dollars in losses, especially for businesses in the US, UK, and Europe. Yakubits isn't just skilled, he's bold. He flaunts wealth on social media, drives luxury cars, hosts lavish parties, and openly socializes with high-ranking individuals. Investigations show he employs dozens of coders, money launderers, and network specialists. He runs his operation like a corporate CEO. His organization uses ransomware as a service, credential theft operations, financial fraud networks, money mule systems, cryptocurrency washing channels. The US has placed a $5 million reward for information leading to his capture, the largest bounty ever offered for a hacker at the time. In 2025, Yakubits remains active. Law enforcement tracks his networks, seizes money, and arrests associates, but the core leadership remains out of reach. With heavy protection inside Russia, Yakubits continues to be one of the most wanted cybercriminals on the planet. 2. Dmitry Dokachev. The inside man Dmitry Dokachev is one of the rare hackers who cross three worlds: cybercrime, cybersecurity, and government espionage. He began as a black hat hacker specializing in data theft. Later, he was recruited by Russia's Federal Security Service, FSB, where he allegedly used his hacking skills to support state intelligence operations. Authorities accuse him of conducting attacks targeting email providers, government systems, and high-value corporate networks. One of the highest-profile accusations involves the massive Yahoo data breach, where more than 500 million accounts were compromised. The stolen data included passwords, recovery emails, and internal administrative tools. The breach didn't just expose user information. It also threatened international communication channels and highlighted how vulnerable even major tech companies can be. Dokachev's unique position, moving between criminal and government operations, makes him one of the most dangerous individuals in the cyber landscape. He understands law enforcement from the inside. He knows how cybersecurity defenses work, and he knows how intelligence agencies operate. Although he has faced charges and has been linked to internal conflicts, he remains shielded by geopolitical tension. Because of his knowledge, several countries consider him high risk and high value, placing him among the most wanted hackers in the world. 1. The Shadow Broker's leader, the ghost nobody can find. And at number 1 is not a single confirmed identity, but the most mysterious and dangerous hacker figure in the modern era, the leader of the Shadow Brokers. This shadowy group is responsible for leaking some of the most powerful hacking tools ever. Created tools developed by the NSA's elite cyber unit. The leak shocked the world. Security professionals called it the most damaging breach in the history of intelligence agencies. The tools included sophisticated exploits that could break into routers, penetrate firewalls, attack corporate networks, exploit Windows systems, spread through internal networks silently. These leaked tools were later used in real-world attacks like WannaCry and NotPetya, causing billions in global damage. But here's the mystery: no one knows who the leader is. No one knows where they're located. And no one knows whether they are an individual, a group, or a state-backed operation. The Shadow Brokers didn't just steal tools. They exposed the cybersecurity weaknesses of even the strongest government agencies. Their leaks changed the way cyber weapons are stored, monitored, and deployed. In 2025, intelligence agencies still list the leader of the Shadow Brokers as one of the highest priority targets in the world. Their identity remains one of the biggest open secrets in cybersecurity. Why these hackers matter in 2025. The digital world has evolved. These hackers aren't just criminals sitting behind computers. They are influencers of global events, financial markets, and even international politics. Here's what makes them so dangerous. 1. They operate across borders. A hacker can attack a bank in New York from an apartment in Moscow without ever boarding a plane. 2. They have access to advanced tools. State backing and private cybercrime networks give them weapons that rival military capabilities. 3. They can cause real-world damage. Cyber attacks can shut down hospitals, power grids, airports, and emergency services. 4. They're hard to track. They use encrypted systems, proxies, VPN chains, dark web communication, and multiple identities. 5. Cybercrime pays well. These individuals have stolen millions and turned hacking into a career. In 2025, Cybercriminals are treated the same way as international terrorists, arms dealers, and major organized crime bosses. And yet, most of them are still free. These are the top 5 most wanted hackers in the world. And each one of them represents a different kind of threat, financial, political, or destructive. Their stories show how cybercrime has evolved into a global industry and how difficult it is to stop attackers who hide behind layers of technology. If you want more deep dives into the world of hacking, cyber warfare, and real digital crime stories, hit subscribe and stay with the channel. The hidden world of cybercrime is bigger than ever, and there's a lot more to uncover. Stay safe, stay aware, and I'll see you in the next one.